Filming.
Oh, we're filming?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to start talking?
If you are.
Hello, this is Mark from City Creek Bottoms. Farmstead Life with Fireside Chats. We're heading down here to the Hollins Hunters Camp where we're going to have our Alabama Paranormal Bigfoot Campout next weekend. And they're doing some road work, which is a good thing. So y'all keep that in mind coming in here. They're been working the roads, look like they got some more to do. So y'all be mindful of that next week, because I imagine that will still probably be going on. When you're getting close to where the campground's going to be, once you get here on this road, and I should have told the name of the road, you'll see this right here, Christmas in Dixie Tree Farm, Hollins, Alabama. So you're not far from the campground, maybe a little over a mile. The road will turn into a complete dirt road, which right now they're turning parts of it into dirt. So be mindful of that. It looks like they're going to repave to the point down here to where we go into the Hollins management area. Also, you will see this sign. It says Davenport, and then you'll see the Hollins Wildlife Management Area sign. Now we are on a gravel road, and it will stay a gravel road. And right down here on the left, you will see the Alabama Game Warden's Wildlife Management Area shed. It's where they keep their equipment and trucks. It'll be right down here on the left, so you'll know that you're in the right area. And there it is. Once you get past it, you're getting pretty close. We're probably within a half a mile.
Get her in the back. Get back.
Sister, get in the back of the car.
Get in the back.
Turn around.
Get in the back.
So you can tell the road's is good enough for a car. I came in my car to show that. So that way if anybody had a question, you can get in here in a car. The road's pretty good shape. There are people that live down this road further on, a couple miles over. So that's one reason they keep this road up. And right on down here, we'll turn left and go up into the campground. Be coming up pretty close here in just a second. Woods is starting to get pretty. Leaves starting to turn just a little bit. Boy, look at all the bicolor there. Pretty, isn't it? Bicolor lespedenza is what they call that.
Cerisa lespedenza.
Yeah. That is a turkey and quail food.
It's also invented for cattle.
Yep. Alright, so here we are. We fix and pull into the hunter's camp. There is a sign here. So we show that sign, man.
On the left.
Yep. So you know you're in the correct place. And you can still see this is a safety zone, so there's no hunting right around the campground, which is a very good thing. The game wardens and the forest rangers do keep an eye on this campground. So that's a good thing.
You can camp anywhere in here.
Yes. This is the first little campground. Needs bush hogging. It'll get beat down. You can tell this is the first. You can show it over this way, babe, too. So, yeah.
I did over the roof, or I hope I did over the roof.
So this is the first. You can see this is very wooded. Very wooded. Here comes up the next little area. And they typically do come in here and bush hog it, so they may be getting ready to come hit it. So you can tell that you could put a lot of tents in here. Several campers, easy.
Just when you're getting here and parking and setting up, be mindful of others needing to come in here and park and set up.
That is true. We will be trying to set it up good. That way it may be smooth, goes smooth. And of course, here's the next little area. And there's an area off to the, we'll go out this way first. So you can go out here and you can see this is still a big area. There's places to get.
And we may not be the only ones here. It's not like we can say nobody else can camp here.
Yeah, that's true, because a lot of the people that walk the Pinhoti camp here, the only hunting season that is in right now is squirrel, coon, rabbit, and possum, and dove. So I doubt we'll really see any hunters camping. And here's another area. This would be a very good area if you're wanting to kind of get off to yourself, where you might have chances of an encounter happening better. I do want people to realize that with big gatherings, you're probably not going to have a lot of Bigfoot activity close by. But there's plenty of places. We'll going around this circle, and we'll go over here and stop, and I'll get out and we'll talk a minute. But this is it. So you can tell it's and they probably got that gate open for probably been planting the green patches. Looked like he went up through there with a bush hog.
Yep. So the camping stops here,
yes,
guys.
Camping
Don't
stops
go
here.
camping through there.
Yeah. They have a green field up that way. Also, they have a no horse sign up that road. So there are people that come out here and camp and ride their horses in places. So this place, maybe they'll come in here and bush hog it this week. But I mean, it's not bad. It's not real bad.
And as you can see, the roads are definitely travelable.
Yeah.
This is the worst part right here.
Yeah, and I'm in a Toyota Camry. So if that tells you anything. Now, that's why I drove the car, to show you how easy it was to get in here. So we'll go right over here and stop and talk a few minutes. And it did get cloudy, so we may have a little rain coming. We'll go from there and see. So we get right over here and we'll pull and look down this way a minute. Of course, people get to coming in here, just start mashing the grass down. So.
Oh, you unlocked it?
Yeah, I did. We're okay. We're in here. There was a tent down yonder. Cooler, so somebody's in here somewhere. But no vehicle.
But usually we can go camping down that way as well. There's
Yeah.
a whole wide area to camp in up here. Just
Sure.
know that you may not be beside somebody for our gathering.
So I'm gonna pull right back over here. And we'll do a video real quick. Whoever it is probably be back here in a minute. They may be walking to Pinhoti or may have run to town to get something. So, all right. I'm good. Let me know when you're ready.
Are you ready?
Okay. All right, guys. Y'all seen all the camping spots. It's a beautiful place. Got a lot of big longleaf pine in it and hardwood. So, but you notice there ain't no water, no electricity, there's no nothing. So remember that. If you're gonna camp out, you need to bring you a tent unless you're planning on camping in the car or truck. Remember to bring you food and water. Now I will have some extra water just in case, mainly for washing hands and stuff like that. Bathroom, you might want to bring you a bucket. That way people ain't stepping in places. That's kind of the way you need to do it, is bring you a bucket.
Always be considerate of others.
Right, especially if many people show up. Need to bring you a bucket. There is going to be a camp group supper, I think, Saturday night, correct? Potluck, so be thinking about that.
Make sure you go on the group and say what you want to bring.
We will have a central fire pit place somewhere. That's what I was kind of looking.
I'm thinking right in here somewhere.
Yeah, this might be a good place right in here somewhere.
Because this is where paddle's set up, right?
More than likely, yeah. So we may do one right here somewhere. That way people that camp back yonder way can walk right up the road to us. And that way
people that are up there.
Yeah, it might be a good place to do one. Mm-hmm. Maybe under them 3 trees there might
we'll know more when we start setting it up.
And I might bring the little weed eater and knock that little spot out or something.
And some rocks.
Right. Well, I think there was some rocks down yonder. There's some rocks there. Mm-hmm. So I think we can come up with that. Nice hat over, ain't it? So, really looking forward to it. I know I heard a big limb snap. That's why I'm looking. The dog even heard it and looked for a minute. You probably didn't even notice it, did you? Yeah, it was over this way. I don't know what that was. Maybe wind blew the limb down. But this is an active place. I haven't worked it much. I did belong to a hunting club one time several miles to the south of here that was full of boogers. Didn't know there was boogers there when I was hunting there. But sure had some stuff happen, and then later on I figured out what was taking place. In fact, this same creek that's right below this place goes to that hunting club, so they're probably running up down that creek back up into here. Probably the same group, probably the same bunch. This is in Talladega National Forest. It is a wildlife management area. On guns, you can have a self-defense gun with you on a management area. Or you can only have the gun that the season's in. So, in other words, that would be a shotgun with number 4 shot or below, or a .22 rifle. Because I know people want to bring their self-defense gun with, which is fine. But I'd rather you not have it out during the outing. Either keep it in your car, keep it in your tent. Understand this day and time we need protection, watch each other, but this bigger group, I think we can watch each other and make sure, because we don't want anything to happen. Number 2, the game warden can check you for that. He has more rights than a state trooper, so he can check for it. He can, so remember that. Wind's really getting up, isn't it, honey?
Yep.
Interesting. That poor person down there might get wet. So, I hope everybody has a good weekend this weekend coming up. My friend Pat Rance is coming in a little early, so I'm going to get him on video. Then talk to Miss Janelle and Lori. Hopefully get Lauren all on video, and maybe Jonathan, and we'll probably film some of the outing, won't we? So I'm not really going to get into other stuff today since all this is coming up. I just wanted to come down here and show everybody kind of what the layout looked like. You can kind of tell it's all up on a hill, sort of. So look forward to everybody making it. I heard another limb snap. Must be this wind knocking limbs out of the tree. Probably is. Of course, during the day, you'll be welcome to get in your vehicles and ride. There's a lot of Forest Service roads in here. You know, you can go up here on top of Rebecca Mountain. Right on the other side of the mountain is the Pinhoti Trail that starts here right below Sylacauga and goes all the way to the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. There's a lot of people walking that trail now. In fact, this weekend we're having a Pinhoti Fest here in Sylacauga. So there's going to be probably a bunch of campers in here this weekend. So y'all just be mindful about everything and look forward to seeing everybody, and hopefully we'll have
Get over here.
a good turnout. I know one other thing we do have, Lauren put out a list about kind of some rules about alcohol and other things. Y'all need to go to Alabama Paranormal Bigfoot and look on the Campout section and read about that.
I think there's a typo in those rules, though. It does say that alcohol is allowed. It is not allowed.
Well,
So if you have it, just make sure it's in a container that nobody can tell what you have. And keep in mind, it is a kid-friendly event, so stay on your best behavior.
well, we are in Clay County, Alabama, which is a dry county. Yeah, Alabama still has some dry counties. If the game warden can give you a ticket for it, the forest ranger can give you a ticket for it if it's in an open container, unless it's in a cup or a mug. So actually you're supposed to not have alcohol on a management area. Now in a camping area, they probably wouldn't say nothing. But if you was out here toting a beer bottle around or in the open, yeah, there's a good possibility he would write you a ticket. Alabama game wardens don't play with you. They've got a reputation. They pretty much go by the books, most of them. There's some of them that's crooked, but most of them go by the books, and they have to. I'm not going to knock them because they deal with a lot of, I hate to say it, riffraff. But y'all just be mindful about everything. Be sure to bring your tents. Make sure you bring your food and water and whatever else you need, your medicines and stuff.
For those bringing generators, you can run your stuff off of, what was it? If they have CPAP, what can they run it off of instead of a generator?
You can get you a 12-volt battery with an inverter. That's what me and Rebecca do for her sleeping bag. I mean her sleeping blanket.
Electric blanket.
Excuse me, her heated blanket. There we go. I have run my CPAP off a 12-volt battery, off a diesel 12-volt battery. In other words, a marine battery. I have run it, and it lasted for several days. So that is something to think about.
And it doesn't make near the noise a generator makes.
Yeah, that's true. And one reason I know Lauren mentioned about generators, and one reason a lot of people like to record during the night while everything's quiet. And of course they'll be hearing the generator run, so
and that's all you'll hear out here because there is no town.
Yeah, true. So
no highway noise.
I have used a 12-volt battery and it worked out good. Just a deep cycle 12-volt. You can buy you a little solar charging system to put back on it during the day. You can set it out here and it's wide open. Let the sun charge it back for a few hours. They do work. They're not really expensive. I think they even make them for RVs. I think I've seen them. So that's something to think about. But anyway, anything else we need to bring up, baby?
Not that I can think of. Who's bringing merchandise? Somebody else is bringing t-shirts and stuff for there. Is it the Beast TV? No.
No, Beast. I don't think none of the Beast TV people are going to be here.
The Big Dog.
Are they coming?
I think maybe somebody's bringing their merchandise.
I know Kumbo's not going to be able to make it.
But the group that he's with.
They are. I hadn't heard from them, so.
I don't know that for sure. Jonathan said yesterday that somebody was bringing merchandise.
Well,
and we'll have merchandise too. So
yeah,
there will be some people with stuff that you could purchase.
yeah. So yeah, it's first I've heard about that. So if you have any questions, you know, this is a week from tomorrow. You can come in here anytime Thursday. I know we're starting Friday. Yeah, I
The
know
official
it's
start
probably got
time
a time
is
on it, but
what, 7 is the official start time for activities.
Yeah, I think that's kind of when he's got speakers and stuff. I think
for activities, not set up.
Right. So if you want to come here any day Friday and get set on up, there'll be people already here. There's people coming in here Thursday. So if you want to come on in here Friday morning to set up, Friday evening, if you can't make it till Saturday, I mean, there's no official time to set up. This is just primitive. So there's no reservations. There's no none of that.
There's no official sites even.
This is just a place that the Forest Service let the Alabama Wildlife Management Area, they just let them clear out a place and let people camp. That's basically what it is.
So basically you find a piece of ground, whether it's numbered or not, because there's no numbers.
Right. What we'll try to do is hopefully I'll be here Friday. Maybe help, if people come in, I'll help them find a good spot to be this level if we can.
Help with parking and stuff.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. And like I said, probably right in here would be a good place for a fire pit, because it would kind of be the central area for this whole area. Plus it's up on a hill. And because you can put a bunch of tents in here. You could actually get a bunch of RVs in here if you paid attention to what you was doing, how you was doing it. You could actually get a bunch of them in here. I don't know how many people are coming in RVs. I know one or two I know of. I don't know how many more. So we're looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have a good time. We may actually get to hear these boogers. Last time we had it, late in the night, they did holler out some back up toward the mountain, and then some back in there toward that creek. It's called Little Hatchet Creek if you want to look it up on the map. And the best thing to do to get to the directions to this place is just type in Hollins Hunters Camp in the Hollins Wildlife Management Area in Alabama. It's in Clay County. And if you do a Google, it'll bring you right here to the place. It's pretty much, if you're coming from most places in Alabama, it's probably going to bring you down 280, have you turn off, come through some roads. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. If you do have trouble, I hadn't looked at the phone service here. I'm going to say there is phone service.
See if yours is in there.
Yeah. Let me
Mine
look
is
real
turned
quick.
off for battery.
Let me look real quick and see. Yes, me and her's not real organized today, but we're okay. Yeah, it shows I have 2 bars, so I want to say I remember having service here last time I was here, so
if you need help, message somebody in advance and get their phone number, and then message them when you get lost.
that's true. Now, it is going to be places phone will be dead as a doornail in here. You won't have no service.
Message Jonathan, get Jonathan's phone number. Message Mark, get Mark's phone number.
Yeah.
That way, just in case on your way here.
Yeah. Especially back toward the east, there's no self-service. Of course, Sylacauga and Elliott City is going to be your 2 biggest, closest towns. And what I mean by big, they got populations about 11, 12,000, 13,000 people. So they got hospitals, they got motels,
urgent care,
restaurants,
gas stations,
plenty of service stations.
Walmart in both places, Home Depot in both places.
So Sylacauga's 12 miles away. Elliott City is probably a little further. I imagine it's going to be, we'll see. Sylacauga Elliott City's 25 miles, so
So 15.
yeah, it's about 15. So they're both close together. Both of them are located on Highway 280. So most of you will probably be coming in off of 280 unless you come from Georgia. Anything else you can think of?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell.
Well, I got some good things coming up. So the next few videos after this one, you really probably need to, we'll have Pat on, be able to tell about some of his stuff from Creepy Mountain and other places. We'll have Miss Lori and Janelle and Lauren. They'll be able to tell about some stuff. I know Lauren has never been here, so this will be her first time, but I know Janelle and Lori have had experiences here from Creepy Mountain and down here, so maybe they can tell some of their stuff. Jonathan, of course, and some of the other guys, people that's coming, I hope to get on video. So the next few weeks, you really need to listen in and hear some of their story, because what helps is they come and validate some of the stuff I'm telling you. Now, still, of course, got to get Keith and Marsha on and get Adam on before Adam gets moved off up to Gatlinburg. So, anyway, it's nice down here today, ain't it?
What you may have to do with Adam, and I'll edit this out too, what we may have to do with him is the same thing that Spencer does with you. Zoom? Not Zoom. What was it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The whatever it is.
That video program where y'all link in together on the same one, the live StreamYard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is supposed to be a little cool next week. Be mindful of that. Bring you some hoodies or something, because it could get cool at night. Even though we'll have a central fire Friday night, Saturday night, probably Thursday night too for the ones that's already here. It will get kind of cool. And it's hard to believe in Alabama, but at night when it gets cool, it gets cool. It feels cold. So,
especially on a mountain.
So be sure to bring you some clothing. Maybe we can do some day hikes or get out and ride the National Forest some, that people that want to. I know some people like to get out and ride around a little bit, so keep that in mind too, that it could be a little cool.
Keep in mind, some people like to sleep during the day and stay up all night.
Yeah, yeah. One other thing I will bring up, and then we're going to get off here. There is a developing storm down in the Caribbean. Our weatherman, which is James Spann, which I think everybody in the Southeast knows who James Spann is. He's, I guess, one of the biggest weathermen in the Southeast. Because he's always been very accurate, and he's got common sense about stuff. He says there's a lot of Facebook and a lot of YouTubers that want to make the weather seem worse than it is. They'll start putting all these predictions on that we're going to have a major Category 5 coming in or something. Just keep an eye out on your weather stations, and we just have to see what happens next week. They are talking about this thing may come into the Gulf of Mexico. James Spann did say today, if it did, which he said, it's too early to say, but he said it looked like it may go up the Florida Peninsula and maybe go back out into the Atlantic. That would put us on the west side of it, which means we might get a little rain off of it, means we might not get nothing. So just watch your weather reports. We'll know more by probably middle of next week. Like he said, that we shouldn't, he said they should know, the Hurricane Center should know something probably by Monday or Tuesday. So just keep an eye on that. A lot of times when them hurricanes come in the Gulf, which most of you live here in Alabama anyway, or surrounding states, we can get them little bands that come off of it, little rain showers, little wind. So be mindful of that too. But still make your plans on coming. Don't go ahead and start counting that out, because I've seen them come in the Gulf, come right up in Florida and not even touch us. I've seen them go to Texas and go up above us, not touch us. So anyway, keep mindful of that. Anything else, babe? All right, well, we're going to get off from here. I got to get back toward the house and do a few things and get ready for work. Y'all give us a like, give us a subscribe, share, hit that notification button, give us some comments. I know this really wasn't about Bigfoot this time. This was more about just the outing coming up, but it felt like it'd be good to do this. I talked to Jonathan. He said, yeah, good to do. He's got his hands full right now, so anyway, give us a comment, and we want this channel to grow. We are playing with cameras. We are playing with some different things, trying to get ourselves situated to make this easier on us. And we're going to have some good homesteading stuff coming out here pretty soon too. We still got to do a few more things. It's just been tough here the last few weeks. And I appreciate all of our older subscribers sticking with us, and I appreciate all the new ones coming in. Really appreciate them, don't you, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else? All right, well, this is Mark from Cedar Creek Bottoms Fireside Chats. Next week, we'll be seeing you later. Bye-bye.